If you're after that performance sound for your 2005 to 2015 4-liter power Tacoma, but you don't want to pay the performance price, then this system from C&L is going to be just what you're looking for. Featuring a clean look, a much rowdier exhaust node, and a really affordable price, there's a lot to like about this system. Now on our loudness meter, we're going to give this one a very strong 3 out of 5. It's definitely loud and much different from your stock system, so if you want to really wake up your Tacoma, this is a great way to do it without having to spend a ton of money. While there's no denying the reliability of the 4-liter 1GR V6 that powered this gen of Tacoma, there's also no denying that it sounds like a vacuum cleaner in stock form. I can hear that big engine fan whooshing in my head right now. So, safe to say, the stock exhaust leaves a lot to be desired. Now this system from C&L is a full catback that ditches all your factory piping, your muffler, and your resonator, and leaves you with just this one canister style muffler right in the middle. Now this really doesn't have a ton of packing or baffling in it, but there is some, and as you can see, it is a straight through design. Now that, combined with the fact that it's the only thing that is really restricting anything in this system, means that this is going to be quite a bit louder than stock. And as you heard from the clips at the start of the video, it really takes the Tacoma from mild to a bit more wild. You get a much deeper growl and you get some fun raspiness as the revs climb, and it injects the truck with some real character. Now you will want to turn up the volume on the radio a bit though, so just be aware of that going in. Now again, that piping and the straight through design of the muffler do mean that this is going to flow better than your stock exhaust as well, meaning that you may see an increase in power and response. Now we're not talking about huge numbers here, but more flow is never a bad thing, especially when it comes with some good sound attached. Exiting in the same location as your stock exhaust, just behind the passenger side rear wheel, the system is capped off with this big polished /cut tip. Now while it's not the most obvious thing visually, it is a very clean classic style, and it gives a little hint to the keen observer that your truck is not stock. Construction here is 2.5-inch mandrel bent 409 grade stainless steel tubing. Now, that material means that it has some good resistance to rust and corrosion, but it's not going to cost you as much as T304. Now that additional protection means that this is a great choice for a daily driven truck as well. The tip is made from T304 stainless steel and it's polished to a bright shine, and it is a dual wall design. So this looks good and it should stay that way for a long time. This is also designed to be a totally bolt-on setup with all the clamps, hardware, and hangers that you need included in the box. But we'll talk more about that in a moment. But the thing we have to talk about is the price, and that might just be the best part. Coming in at about $350, this is one of the most affordable exhausts on the market for these trucks, period. It's a great price for a nice bit of kit and a good sound. So if you want that performance sound and good build quality, this is a great way to get it without paying nearly as much as you might have expected. Installation gets a 2 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 2 hours to complete. Now, like we discussed a few moments ago, this is designed to be a fully bolt-on system that will use all of your stock exhaust hanger locations, so you don't need to modify anything on the truck itself, and it does come with all the clamps and the one isolator and extra hanger that you need for the system itself. Again, nothing that needs to mount to the truck. Now, we're going to walk you through the installation process right now, so for that, let's head on out to the shop.
For this install, you wanted an impact, swivel adapter, 14 and 15 millimeter sockets, a hanger removal tool, and also not shown here is a pole jack and some spray lubricant. What's up guys, today we're going to be doing an exhaust on our Tacoma, but before we get started we're going to send you to watch a quick video on how to remove your factory exhaust, and we'll see you when you get back.
All right, so we have our Tacoma in the air, and the first step in the uninstall is to remove both of the bolts at the front flange of the exhaust. Grab a 14 millimeter socket and let's get these removed. Now we have a little bit of PB Blaster on these just because they are a bit rusty, so we sprayed them down. Now we can remove them with a 14 millimeter socket. Now that we have our exhaust disconnected, we can disconnect all of the hangers as well. We have an exhaust hanger removal tool here. And we're gonna slowly work it off of each of the hangers. You can add a little bit of lubricant here to help the rubber isolator move past the hanger. And you might just have to work it off of the end a little bit. And now that that's off, we can move on to the rest. Now you can repeat that with the rest of your hangers. Just be ready, as once all of your hangers are removed, there's nothing else holding the exhaust to the vehicle. And once the hangers are removed, go ahead and remove it off of your truck.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. Now that we have our factory setup off, it's time to start going on with our new system, and we're going to start with our mid pipe at our 2-bolt flange. So we've got a pole jack to help us hold this in place. We're going to set this on and line it up with our bolt holes. So get that on. We're going to grab our factory spring bolts and get those back in place. Get this through. Now we are using nuts on the back side. Ours have been worn out over time. You should have your welded nuts on the flange from factory. So get that first one in, our other one on. Okay. Now we can tighten these down with our 14mm socket and swivel adapter. Again, we have to use a 14mm wrench for our nut. That side tight. Next, we need to get our hanger clamp in place, so we need to install our hanger onto our clamp. So what we're going to do is squeeze our clamp to loosen up the area around the nut. And you get this wider end over the nut and washer. Sometimes this is easier said than done. Once you get that to set all the way in, we're going to install it like so, so it points back to this factory isolator. We're going to set this on our new mid pipe. We'll just get it pointed in the direction of our isolator. Next, we'll get our muffler on. So we're going to slide our inlet slip joint over our mid pipe. Get that fully seated. And you want to make sure this clamp lines up with your isolator and goes over the slip joint. That may take some maneuvering. Kind of back your muffler up enough to where it's still fully past the reliefs cut in the slip joint, so your hanger can sit straight. Now once we have this in position, we're going to grab our 15mm socket and tighten this clamp down. Next, we can get our muffler outlet / overaxle section in place. So the first thing we're going to do is grab another one of our clamps, get that onto the outlet slip joint. We're going to send this over our axle. We'll get this into our muffler first. Bring that back. Then we can get our hangers into our isolators, like so. Bring that back a little bit. Make sure they sit nice and square. Then we're just gonna snug this clamp down enough to hold some tension on it, but not fully tighten it just yet, again with our 15mm socket. Now before we install our outlet and tip section, we're gonna have to remove this factory isolator. So we've got our hanger removal tool. We'll get this off, just like so. Then we can install our new provided isolator. Now the upper section is gonna go onto the colleted hanger rod that's on your chassis side. Push that on. That's gonna allow for the new hanger rod on our outlet section. Now we can get our new outlet section on. So we've got our provided clamp. We'll slide that over our slip joint first. Get this seated onto our over axle section. Now you want to make sure this is in the right orientation because you will be blocked by your spring mount. And we're going to get this in. This may take a few tries because it is kind of a tight fit. It may even be better. You may even have to hook this in first. Bring this back. Get this in position. Okay, now we can get our slip joint clamp in position. Once again, we'll grab our 15mm socket and we're going to fully tighten this one down. You just want to make sure you're happy with where your outlet's going because that's also going to be where your tip's going to go. Now we're going to get our tip in place. So we've got another provided clamp. Put that over the slip joint. Slide that onto your outlet. You want your slash cut to be facing as straight up as possible. Grab our 15mm socket. Get our clamp tightened down. Now while tightening this, your tip may want to move on you, so just keep a hand on it, keep it in place. And once we have this on, we'll just go back and fully tighten that one clamp and we'll be good to go. Now we'll fully tighten down this clamp. And that's it. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our C&L Single Exhaust System with polished tip and side exit for your 05 to 15 4-liter Tacoma. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Tacoma, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.